Okay, we're going to try one last time. We're having some technical difficulties here, and there may not be a on-film video column this week because of it. But I'm going to try one more time. And this will be short because I don't really have that much to say, except that, wow, 6 movies are opening this week theatrically. 6 movies are opening this week, and Regal theaters have come back online, which brings us back up to our full complement of screens in the area. So, I guess that, if you're vaccinated or you're comfortable with it, we're pretty much back to normal. So you pretty much can go out and see a movie this week. You can go see the new Spiral, the Saw movie, which is like the first. I mean, summer always starts really early. I mean, it's cold outside now, and it's kind of cold in my office because I keep the windows open, and I like it like that. But it's summertime as far as the movies are concerned because we've got this big Saw movie opening. And some people will go see that, and that's fine. It's not my thing, though I'll probably watch it. It's right here on here because I want to watch Chris Rock in it. I think Chris Rock's an underused and a useful dramatic actor. If you remember from New Jack City, everybody remembers Pookie from New Jack City. But I also thought he was really good in the last season of Fargo, and I thought there was some possibility that he might. I don't know that this. I've always hold out hope. Now, having read the review, Dan Liebarger's review of Spiral, it looks like it's just another Saw movie, so it's the same formula, and that's what people pay for. That's what people want, and okay, that's fine. It's just, not my deal, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend it is, but I was interested in Chris Rock in it, and Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson together. In this movie, Samuel L. Jackson plays Chris Rock's father. I don't know if that's biologically possible, so maybe there's a flashback thing going on or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, there are other movies that are, there's a movie from 2018 that because a lot of things are going to come out like this, called Profile. It's finally coming out now because, it was delayed. The matter of the normal course of things, things get delayed. But this was delayed again because of the pandemic, and it's actually kind of a neat little thriller. The film I was really looking forward to this week, The Woman at the Window, is finally coming out, and it's another one that when you first heard about this movie, you thought, oh boy, this is going to be one of those big Oscar bait movies with, Amy Adams and Gary Oldman, and a script by Tracy Letts from a best-selling novel, and it just looked like a big movie, and now it's sort of it's been re-edited and it's been delayed. Pandemic and otherwise, and it's been mentioned in some of those stories about Scott Rudin. It's one of his productions, and now it's coming out on Netflix. I still want to see it, and I would have reviewed it this week had the screener showed up on time, but it's probably just as well it didn't because we just don't have that much space in here. Also sort of interested in Angelina Jolie's return to action movies in Those Who Want Me Dead, where she plays a smoke jumper. Now, the big thing about this movie, it's written and directed by Taylor Sheridan, who did Hell or High Water, wrote Hell or High Water, and is a co-creator of the Yellowstone series. And this is I think it's his third film he's directed. I didn't see the first one, but the second one was 2017's Wind River, which I really liked. I really thought that was, and he's got a style, and I like Tyler Sheridan's style, and we'll see how it plays in this movie. You can watch it in theaters. You can watch it on if you have the HBO Max. I guess you can watch it on that. So I'll probably watch that. I'm going to watch Saw, and there's a movie called Finding You, which is based on a book by a writer in Northwest Arkansas, And we have an interview with that writer, Jenny B. Jones, in our section today. Thank you, Dan Liebarger. This is the Dan Liebarger Memorial section. He also interviews Gia Coppola, who did Mainstream, which is sort of this 21st century take on A Face in the Crowd. And it got kind of pilloried when it opened last week by the critics. And I haven't seen it. The thing I can say is that sometimes when you're trying to make a movie about the way we live now in a society that moves as fast as ours, it's hard to get it to the theaters before it feels obsolete. And I think that's partly the problem with this movie. And having not seen it, I'm going to reserve judgment because I probably, I'm interested in the idea. What else is there? I mentioned Profile. I mentioned Spiral. I mentioned The Smoke Jumper. Oh, Army of the Dead is what I didn't mention. And Courtney Lanning takes care of that for us this week in her platform diving column. So we basically have everything covered. Maybe not as well as we should have, because it's sort of like when we have these weeks where 6 movies sort of crop up, that sort of makes us like, we can't review everything in those instances. This is one of the reasons that the new movie column exists, because I saw a need to be able to talk about things that we hadn't necessarily reviewed, or maybe we had seen some things about, but we hadn't sat down and written a formal review of it. That's basically the whole point of that column. It's not normal, though. It's really not. It's sort of like every week is sort of a challenge for us, in that there are movies that we don't know about until we know about them, and the Associated Press isn't even running a regular box office column yet. It used to be one of our staples that we could count on getting a box office column, because it's sort of like the scorebook. You could sort of have this is a scoreboard for the week, and these are but they're not doing that every week, and I don't quite know why, because movies have been back, and I'm sure Wrath of Man was the #1 movie in box offices last week, and somebody counted that, but there's nobody that reported on that to us, so we don't know. So when that happens, we have to shuffle things around, and we did that this week. It's no problem or anything. It's just that let's get back to normal, guys. And again, it's weird when you look at the what's available in our wire services. People basically aren't writing movie reviews anymore. If they are, they're writing them, the week after the movie opens. So I don't know what's going on. I know that screenings have resumed in the markets that Kansas City, Philadelphia, and Little Rock. Yeah, right. We haven't had a screening in Little Rock in a couple of years now. But, and they're sending movies out via streaming links and stuff like that. But there still seems to be no real, it's very strange. We're reviewing movies, but it doesn't look like a lot of other people are. Online, yeah, I guess. But not other newspapers and stuff like that. So, where are we? Well, we're in May. May is not summer, but it is for the movies, and so we're in the summer movie season, even though it's 50 degrees outside. And that's just the way it is. I'm cutting this short this week because of the technical problems, and this isn't the only technical problems. I've had trouble with my earphones. I've had trouble with that. I've had trouble with that camera. I don't like the way the camera is right now, and we will fix that for next week, and we'll pick up around here. And we'll see you later.